Hey, what's up, blues fans? John here with the Blues Guitar Institute, and this is your Tuesday Blues Lesson 16. Alright, in this lesson I want to do something a little bit different for you. I want to show you a video that is straight out of the BGI Premium course on how to get started playing the blues. And the reason I want to share this with you is that it addresses a huge pain point for a lot of beginner guitar players and a lot of beginner blues players. So what I'm talking about is you want to start out playing the blues doing the shuffle, you know, playing something that sounds like this and looks like this. You know, it's got that shuffle, you know, classic blues vibe happening. But occasionally you're going to run across a chord, in fact frequently, where you can't really utilize the open strings and you're going to have to do more of a closed form, like say the B, and it'll look something like this on the guitar to get that same shuffle sound going on. And what happens is this stretch between the ring finger here and your pinky finger is pretty serious. I mean, it only spans, you know, skips over 1 fret, so it's a 2 fret stretch. But, you know, this pinky really just wants to kind of pull back in. So this takes some time to build up. And I really do encourage you to spend the time to work on that stretch. But if you're stuck in a spot where that just does not sound right, or it's incredibly painful, in the course on how to get started playing the blues, I share 3 different alternatives for you, little workarounds that that will absolutely serve as a good sort of substitute for being able to do that stretch. But keep in mind, I want you to keep working on that stretch so that your notes and your chords sound really solid, but use this as sort of in the meantime. I don't want you to slow down and not play some awesome blues just because the stretch isn't happening right now. So use one of these 3 and keep working at it, and you know, hopefully this will be a little more enjoyable for you. So with that, let's take a look at the lesson. Okay, so the first alternative is just to hold the B5 chord and not do the stretch, yet keep the rhythm going. And you would do that by doing the same shuffle, dot, 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 on the B5. And that's totally acceptable. You don't have the melody really happening on this 4th string, so you don't hear this note, but you still get the idea that we're holding down a nice blues chunky chord. Okay, so that's one alternative. Another alternative is to come up here to the 4th fret and bar across the 4th string and the 3rd string and play pretty much the same shuffle pattern, but we're going to toggle between the 4th fret and the 6th fret on the 4th string like this. So you see, it sounds similar, but it just sounds a little higher versus. All right, now the real trick with that little piece is to make sure and keep your 3rd finger, your ring finger, up off the fretboard so that when you play the 6th fret, you can hear the 4th fret behind it as well on the 3rd string. Like that. And then finally, and this one may be a little trickier, but it's a really good alternative to the stretch. And in fact, it sounds the same. These are the exact same tones that are involved, but you do have to do a little bit of a position shift, which makes it somewhat tricky. So let's take a look at what that is. First, you do the 2 beats on the regular B5. Then you switch into this shape here with your 2nd finger here, your middle finger, on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Mute out the 4th string so it doesn't sound at all. And I'm doing that just by slightly laying my middle finger back. So that's me strumming the 5th and 4th string together, but notice that you don't hear anything out of this guy, okay? And then my 1st finger is 1st fret, 3rd string. So strumming all 3 of these, the 5th, 4th, and 3rd. That's what you get. And that's actually the same tones as this. So that's why this works as an alternate. And if the stretch is what's giving you problems, you may want to work this one in to hop back and forth like that. It does require that movement, but it doesn't require the stretch. Okay, so there we go. There's the traditional B5, B6. And there's the workaround of just playing through the B5. And then there's the higher voiced alternative. And then there's the different chord shape for the B6. All right, well, I hope that, if you're struggling with playing these bar chords and working that shuffle groove in there, that little piece gave you a really good, solid alternative. Maybe you're going to use one or two or three of those, but hopefully you fall somewhere on the continuum of being able to play one of those three alternatives. Now, if you want to see the rest of the course on how to get started playing the blues and sort of see the context behind that lesson, definitely head over to bluesguitarinstitute.com/start, and you can check out the course. And this is an online course, which the cool thing about that is that I'll be adding some new videos coming up very, very soon. I don't want to say too much about it, but this thing is about to just about double in length from what's on there right now. We're going to go some awesome places with the 12-bar blues course. So I fear I've said too much already, but anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to the Tuesday Blues series, and I hope you really enjoy that lesson. And as always, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. You can find me at john@bluesguitarinstitute.com. All right, thanks, and I'll see you in lesson number 17. Have a great week.